Todd, was that the best win since you've joined the Cowboys?
Yeah, more than likely, yeah. Thought it was our best performance. It was the most complete performance. We've been trying to build our game over the off-season about playing the game the right way, and I thought we did it pretty well tonight. And again, I thought we played tough and defended our way out a bit of trouble in that first half with about 15 minutes to go, and that was the game.
What does a win like that do for the confidence of this team?
I think it should grow some confidence and belief in the boys. Absolutely. I think, our start of the season, even though we lost in the first round, there was enough signs for me to see that we were growing as a group. But we're playing a pretty good team this weekend in the Roosters, so we'll get a good indication of where we're really at.
Did you expect this kind of complete performance this early, Todd, considering what you said in week one where you were?
Yeah. Well, if we keep diving in with the effort and the effort areas of the game like we did week one, like a line speed, kick chase, a kick pressure, it's quite easy to turn the rest of your game around. And we've got points in us. We've just got to get that effort part right week after week. It's non-negotiable, and that's the foundation of getting a win.
Jeremiah's game, Todd, seventh first grade game, and produce something like that.
Yep. Yeah, he's got some ability. And he's still learning. He's only 19 for about 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm really excited about what he can offer our club, and he makes us a better team when he's playing. He makes players around him better too. So for a kid that age to look as comfortable as he does at different times is exciting.
And Valentine out in the centres as well. That's arguably one of his best games in a Cowboys jumper as well.
Look, he's had several strong games for us, but again, he's learning that position, and he was up against a really quality centre today, and I thought he was strong again, and he's working out what works for him too, how he can get himself into the game, and different plays that are effective, particularly when he bounces back through the ruck. It's the upside in him is also exciting.
On night, Todd, it's probably going to be brought up over and over because of the game he played today, but his long-term future, you talk about him at the club long-term. Where are you at with that?
Well, we've had conversations with his management, and the management have asked us to hold off until round 6, and we're just fulfilling their wishes. So I'm cautiously optimistic about us keeping him. I know that this is the right club for him, and he's a local junior, and this is why the Cowboys were put into the competition, is to give a pathway for our kids in the North Queensland to play NRL, and fingers crossed we can work something out.
Are you wary now with games like that puts him on radars of, I know that a lot of clubs will be looking at him after a game like today?
Oh, no, I think most clubs have smart recruitment and understand what ability he has. He's I wouldn't say he's jumped out of the ground, but he's been a schoolboy. He's been a high-end schoolboy for a number of years before he's hit first grade, so it shouldn't be a surprise to other clubs.
Chad on Tom Dearden. What have you made of him? Like, his start to the season's been unreal for a player that was sort of shattered last year when he came to the club.
Yeah, look, I thought today was probably his best game in first grade, to be honest, and it doesn't surprise me with Tom. Since I've got here, I've seen his work ethic, I've seen his dedication, the way he goes about his business towards his game. He's an absolute pleasure to play alongside and train with every day. He wants to get better, he wants to learn the game, and for a young kid, he's got such a mature head on his shoulders. Doesn't surprise me, and I'm very happy with where he's at the moment. He's to get one over his old team. I knew how much today meant to him, and very happy for him.
Todd, like you speak about sort of high-end schoolboys, Tom was always that.
Yes.
He's sort of surprised you were able to get him last year, or?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I was surprised. Well, look, I agree with Chad. I'm just so happy for the kid because it means something to him. He doesn't take it for granted, and he turns up every day and he works his butt off. And guys with that kind of professionalism will put themselves in good positions. And again, he's a product from Mackay. I know he feels like he belongs at our club, and he should feel like he belongs in NRL because he's an NRL player.
Chad, when you signed with the Cowboys, was a day like today something you envisioned for this club that you feel like you could contribute to a win like that and turn this club around and help turn them around?
Yeah, definitely. Look, obviously I come into a group where we've got quite a young group. I'm a little bit older than some of the guys in our group. I think I'm the second oldest in the squad. So, just at the end of the day, I just wanted to come in and do my job. Obviously, the lead up and the build up to this game was, probably a little bit added extra, as being a local derby and just understanding what it means to the club. I had played in a few local derbies in my previous club, but today was different. You could tell the boys were there throughout the whole week preparing for what was going to be a huge game, and we turned up with the right attitude. We had a great week, and we executed.
Thought that penalty try didn't have a bearing on the game in the end, but what were your thoughts on that, and could have really sort of turned the screws against you?
Yeah, I was confused. I'm going to have to get some adjudication through the week on why it was a try. But for me, there was two players offside at different times during that sequence. And I always thought if you're in front of the kicker and you're within 10 metres of the try scorer, you're offside. So I'm interested to see what the answer is.
Just on Val as a centre, you must have loved seeing what he was doing out there today.
Yeah, definitely. Look, I think, it was always probably going to be a bit of an adjustment for him, Val. He's such a special athlete, had played a lot of time on the wing and in fullback. But, one thing with Val is he's a special player. And regardless of where he plays in our football team, he's going to add value. And he had a great pre-season. He done every single rep there on the left centre. Once the coaching staff had made that decision, he really took it upon him to learn the position, especially defensively. Worked countless hours with Dean Young, on his defensive reads. And tonight, I thought he was great. And opening 3 rounds, I think he's been great. And I think, he's going to improve the more game time he gets there. And I think that's the position for him in our team.
What about Colin?
He'll go for a scan. Fingers crossed it's not too serious, but he's got a shoulder issue. He could be playing, could be out for a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Cheers.
Thanks, boys.